Most people don't fail because they're weak. They fail because they stop trying right before the breakthrough. Imagine standing one step away from the moment that could rewrite your whole life, your success, your future, your identity, and choosing to walk away because the journey felt too heavy. Today, I'm going to tell you a story that proves one thing. Your hardest moments are not the end, they're the beginning. There was a boy named Aarav, living in a noisy but humble neighborhood where dreams were often treated like fantasies. Aarav wasn't the smartest kid, he wasn't the fastest, and he didn't come from a family with money or influence. But he had something that no one could measure, a stubborn spark inside him, something he never fully understood but always felt. Before school every morning, while the streets were still silent, Aarav sat beside his window sketching inventions, small machines, strange designs, ideas for tools that could solve everyday problems. He didn't do it for applause. He did it because something inside him whispered, "You are meant to build." But life doesn't reward belief alone. At school, teachers dismissed him. Classmates teased him. People didn't understand why he cared so much about things they didn't think mattered. But even when ignored, even when laughed at, Aarav never stopped creating. One day, his school announced a science fair. Aarav felt a spark ignite. He worked for months to build a tiny eco-cleaning device from old scrap parts. It wasn't fancy, but it was clever, able to filter dirty water using almost no power. He believed in it with his whole heart. But on the morning of the fair, everything fell apart. A few boys, jealous and careless, damaged his project. It wasn't ruined, but it was broken enough to crush any hope of winning. Aarav stood in the hallway holding the damaged pieces. He felt frustration tighten his chest. For the first time, he thought about giving up. After all, what was the point? No one supported him. No one believed in him. And now his invention, the thing he poured his heart into, was broken. Then he remembered something his grandfather once told him. The world tests you before it blesses you. With shaky hands and a tired heart, Aarav sat on the floor and started rebuilding the device. Time was running out. His hands were trembling. The fair had already begun. But he didn't stop. He refused to stop. When he finally presented his project, it wasn't perfect. It wasn't polished, but it worked just enough to show its potential. The judges were surprised. They asked how he built it. Aarav simply said, "I didn't give up." A few weeks later, a local engineer discovered his project online. Aarav was invited to a regional innovation camp, a place full of brilliant young minds and opportunities he never imagined. His device wasn't perfect, but his determination was. That camp became the first step in a long journey. Years later, Aarav's idea grew into a real device that helped communities get cleaner water. People knew his name not because he was born extraordinary, but because when everything fell apart, he kept going. And the boys who laughed, they weren't bad people, they just gave up on their own dreams too early. Aarav became a reminder that greatness doesn't show up fully formed. It grows quietly, inside people who refuse to surrender. Listen closely, the world will doubt you, ignore you, underestimate you. That's normal. What is normal is being the person who keeps moving anyway. Your effort might not be noticed today. Your progress might feel slow. Your journey might feel lonely, but none of that means you're not capable. Success doesn't belong to the gifted. It belongs to the consistent, to the ones who rise one more time every time they fall. If Aarav could build his future from nothing, what's stopping you? Maybe today is not your victory, but it might be the page before it. So don't quit. Don't slow down. Don't let fear choose your future. You are one decision away from a version of yourself the world has never seen. Keep going. Your breakthrough is closer than you think.